Good evening, everyone. Fairest ladies, esteemed lords, and all ye good folk, we welcome you tonight to Redeemer School's Globe Theater of the much anticipated performance of the 12th night. I can feel the excitement. I know you're excited as much as I am. Now, we at Redeemer School love the opportunity to celebrate God's gift of the spoken word and the written word and the beauty that that can have. And with a celebration of Shakespeare and the play and the festival, we get to just revel in that. It captivates us and reminds us all of our need for Jesus and the gospel and helps us remember how our words can be captivating and life-giving and so important. So, I would love, as we begin our time together, to pray with those words. Father God, we so glad that we have the opportunity to be here tonight to fellowship, and you are our light. You are our source of love, and we thank you for being who you are and your sovereignty. Thank you for all the ways that you have been with us in this journey of preparing for tonight with our actors and our crew. Please be with them tonight. Their voices are yours. Their hands are yours. Guide us to use all of the gifts that you have given them for your glory. And as we use this night as an opportunity to see your world through the lens of the gospel, open our hearts and minds in the ways that only you can share with us. And all that we have and all that we are, we give you the glory. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Now, I have a few announcements, okay? First thing, all those lighted devices that you have, cell phones and tablets and games, please make sure they are silent and put away. And also, those things that record, maybe a video camera or a phone, please make sure that they are not blocking the aisle or the person in front of you. And last but not least, if you need to use the water closet, please take a tour back to the back door. These doors slam, so let's go out the back lobby, out the side, and you will find bathrooms there for your needs. Water closets. All right. Well, without further ado, may I now present you William Shakespeare and Lord Chamberlain's man.
Welcome to the Globe Theater, the finest theater in London.
We are members of the Lord Chamberlain's Men, a company of actors known for performing the plays of William Shakespeare.
My name is William Shakespeare. I was a playwright, poet, and actor of standing. I helped found the Lord Chamberlain's Men. I remained with the company for 20 years of my life. We performed at court more than any other company.
In 1599, the Globe Theater was built, and Mr. Shakespeare was a 10% shareholder. He died in 1616 in Stratford. During his life, he composed 37 plays and 154 sonnets, which were first published in 1623 by his friends in the First Folio. He had command, some say, of a vocabulary of over 54,000 words.
Tonight, thy diversion will be the 12th night, a tale of misunderstanding, deception, and love.
Hark, hark! Our sovereign majesty, Queen Elizabeth, has condescended to attend this evening's revels, whose gracious presence we must honor by donning our most reverent customs. I do entreat you, sirs and madams, please rise from your benches. Up, up!
Welcome, Your Majesty, to our humble theater. We are determined this night to make such efforts as will please your grace, and to these ends perform couplets and sonnets as a prelude to our play.
Twelfth night. Couplet introduction, third grade. It's a beautiful day as the story begins, but look who comes here. Could they be twins?
Yes, indeed. They look the same. She is Viola. Sebastian is his name.
Like peas in a pod, they were always together. Soon this would change due to the weather.
They left the ship with the captain and crew. The sun was shining. The sky was blue.
Indeed, they were having so much fun they didn't see the clouds cover the sun.
Suddenly the air got bitterly cold. The wind picked up 1,000-fold. It tore the mast. It slashed the sails. Sebastian cried, "Viola, a gale!" The captain bellowed, "All hands on deck. I fear this to be an awful shipwreck." The battered ship was tossed to and fro. They were all trapped with nowhere to go.
With a terrible crack, the boat hit a rock. Viola screamed and collapsed in shock.
"My life is over," she said with a moan. "Don't leave me, Sebastian. Don't leave me alone."
Sebastian reached out his hand and said, "Sister, I love you. Please understand." With that, a wave smothered the ship. The ravaged boat began to tip. They tossed and pitched up to the sea. Viola cried out, Captain, hang on to me.
Somehow or another they made it to shore. The storm soon stopped. It rained no more.
Viola searched for Sebastian in vain, asking, will I ever see my brother again?
Did you see him, Captain? Answer me fast. I did, my lady, clung to the mast.
Viola smiled. At least there is hope. That gives me the strength that I need to cope.
But, Captain, please tell, where are we? My lady Alia is where we be.
And who, she asks, is in charge of this place? The Grand Duke Orsino, they call him your grace.
Viola said, I've heard of this man. Tell me more. Tell me all that you can.
There are quite a few. People say you will have to keep track. But we'll sort them out. You just sit back.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw near your ear. 12th Night's love story begins right here.
Let
The play commence!
What country, friends, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
What should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so, perchance may he be?
True, madam, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself that when our ship did split, and you and those poor numbers stayed with you, who in our driving boat, I saw your brother, who was provident in peril, bind himself to a mast that lived upon the sea. I saw him make acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope. Whereto, thy speech serves for authority, the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as a name,
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And is so now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and was fresh in rumor, as you know, what greater ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia,
What's she?
a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count, who died some 12 months since, leaving her in the care of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served this lady, and might not be delivered up into the world, till I had made mine own occasion mellow. What my estate is,
That were hard to compass, for she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the duke's.
there's fair behavior in thee, captain. I believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. I pray thee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid. For such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a page to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music. This will allow me very worth his service. What else mayhap to time I will commit? Only shape thou silence to my wit.
Be you his page, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
Music, food of love. Play on. Give me excess of it. Oh, it came over my sweet sound that breezed upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough, no more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that, notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, not enters there. Of what validity and pitch soever, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute, so full of shades its fancy, that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The hart?
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Oh, in my eyes did see Olivia first. Methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant I was turned into a hart. But my desires, like felon cruel hounds, ever since pursued me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, she shall not behold her face at ample view. Like a cloister she will veiled walk in water, each day her chamber round with eye-offending brine. All this to season her brother's dead love, which keeps fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Why, she hath the heart of that fine frame, instead of love, but to a brother. How will she love when liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled, her sweet perfections, to one self-king? Away with me, sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I am sure care is an enemy to life.
By my troth, Lady Tabitha, you must come in earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why? Let her accept before accepted.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes be good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight that you brought in here one night to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
Why, he's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so. He speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural, for besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreller. And but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarrelling, 'tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand there are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of them. Who are they?
They that add. Moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece, I'll drink to her as long as there is a passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. Why, she's a coward and a cloistrel that will not drink to my niece till her brains turn the toe like a parish top. What wench? Castiliano Volgo, for here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Lady Tabitha! How now, Lady Tabitha?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good mistress, accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good mistress, Mary, accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is face her, woo her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, my lady.
And thou let part so. Sir Andrew, would thou mightest never prove yourself a man again?
Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Mary, but you shall have, and here's my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you, bring your hand to the bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. I'm not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, sir. I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, now let go your hand. I have none.
Oh, knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think, unless you see canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than an ordinary man has, but I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Lady Tabitha.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? I wish I had bestowed that time in the tongues that I have in fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts.
Then thou hadst an excellent head of hair.
Why would that have mended my hair?
Past question, for thou seest it will not grow by nature.
Faith, I'll ride home tomorrow, Lady Tabitha. Your niece shall not be seen. Or if she be, it's 4-1, she'll none of me. The Count himself, here, hard by woos her.
Shall have none of the Count, shall not match above her degree, in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in his man.
I'll stay a month longer. I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at these kickshaws, knight?
As any man in Illyria, under the degree of my betters. And yet, I will not compare with an old man.
What is thy excellence in a galliard, knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the mutton to it.
And I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore art these things hid? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before him? Why dost thou not go to church in a galliard and come home in a coranto? What dost thou mean? Is it a world to hide virtues in? I did think, by the excellent constitution of thy leg, it was formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong, and it doesn't different well in a damned colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus, that's sides and heart.
No, sir. It is legs and thighs. Watch me caper now. Ha.
If the Duke continue these favors to you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence, that you call into question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the count.
Who saw Cesario?
On your attendance, my lord. Here.
Stand you while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all, for I have unclasped thee the book, even my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Stand at her doors, be not denied access. Tell them, there, thy fixed foot shall grow, till thou have an audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned her sorrow, as is spoke, she will never admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds, rather to make an unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then, unfold the passion of my true love. Surprise her with the discourse of my true faith. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's more gravest.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall belie thy happy years. Thou say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not so smooth and rubious, and thy small pipe is as a maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is simply of a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right after this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him, all will, for I am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy master, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Wife, whoever I woo, myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I shall not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter.
Yes, tell us, you knave, where have you been?
We will not so much as budge until you tell us.
Aye, and if your excuse is poor, Our Lady will hang you in your absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer. I can tell thee where that saying was born of, I fear no colors.
Where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars, and that you may be bold to say in your foolery.
Well, may God grant them wisdom to those that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is not that as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. As for turning away, let summer bear it out.
It seems a fool is hell-bent on fooling, even if it means his life.
I have not seen so stubborn a fool in all my years.
Nay, nor one so intent on dying.
One would think the fool had been fooled himself.
Or else be moonstruck by some devilish sprite.
Or perhaps this is simply the latest gambit deployed by the Duke Orsino. What say you, knave? Are you here to woo our lady in the Duke's stead?
His suit were better suited to woo a stone, or perhaps a stump. Our lady will have none of the count.
Nor none of any other. She's in mourning. 'Tis not the time to trifle with her.
Peace, let me attend to him. You're resolute, then?
Not so, neither. I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other will hold. Or, if both break, your Gaskins fall.
Apt. In good faith, very apt. Well, go thy ways. Lady Tabitha will not leave drinking. Thou art as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as Indian Illyria.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely. You are best.
Wit, and it be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very often prove fools, and I, that am sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, gentlemen? Take away the lady.
Go to. You're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, the drinkard good counsel will amend. Forgive the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself, and if he mends, he is no longer dishonest. If that, this simple syllogism will serve so. If not, what remedy? The lady bade take away the fool, therefore, I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprison in the highest degree. Lady, calculus non facit monachum. That's as much to say, I wear not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I should think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool!
The more fool you to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do, till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that would decay the wise doth ever make a better fool.
May God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing of your folly. Lady Tabitha will be sworn that I am no fox, but she will not pass her word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
What say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship take delight in such a barren rascal. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he's gagged.
You are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and of a free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an avowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in an undiscreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now Mercury into thee with leasing, for thou speakest well of fools. Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
We know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people holds him in delay?
Lady Tabitha, madam, your kinswoman.
Fetch her off, I pray you. She speaks nothing but madness. Fie on her.
Yes, my lady.
Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old, and how people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke first, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull drove cram with brains. One of thy kin has a most weak pia matter.
By mine honor, half drunk! What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. A very gentlemanly gentleman, of a gentle sort. How now, sought?
Good Lady Tabitha.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery.
There's one at the gate.
I marry. What is he?
Let him be the devil, and he will. I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken woman like, fool?
Like a drowned woman, a fool, and a mad woman. One draft above heat makes her a fool. The second mads her, and the third drowns her.
Well, go and send for the coroner. Let him send in my cuz, for she's in the 3rd degree of drink. She's drowned. Go and look after her.
She is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the mad woman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. So I told him you were sick. He seems to take on himself as much to understand, and therefore comes to speak with you. So I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that also, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He is fortified against any denial.
Tell him you shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post, and be the supporter of a bench, but he'll speak with you.
Well, what kind of man is he?
Why? Of mankind.
What manner of man?
Very ill-mannered. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
What personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He is very well favored and speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Well, let him approach. Call in my gentlewomen.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Come, bring me my veil. Come, throw it o'er my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The Honorable Lady of the House. Which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if you be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentleman, give me modest assurance, if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed with my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. And yet, by the very fangs of malice I swear, I am not what I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not assert myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself, for what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is for my commission. I will on with my speech into your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas! I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
Methinks the wind may turn against you soon.
Aye, and all the ties besides.
No, good swabbers. I'm to hole here a while longer.
Sure you have some hideous matter to deliver, when the courtesy of it is so fearful.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
What I am and what I would are secret. To your ears, divinity. To all else's, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Ugh, I've read it. This heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one as I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir. 'Twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive. If you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labeled to my will as item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them, item, 2 lips in different red, item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love and sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, and in dimension and the shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial, I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of uncontemned love, and sing them out loud, even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberant hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Orsino, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortune, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. Let him sin no more, unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spin this for me?
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Farewell, fair cruelty.
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy limbs, tongue, actions, and spirits do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague? Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What home, Avolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him. Would I or not tell him None of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him.
Madam, I will.
I know not what, in fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force, ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer, nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave your leave that I may bear my evils alone.
Let me know
a
if you
bad
whether
recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me know if you whether you are bound.
You must know me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian. My father was that Sebastian of Messaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. Had the heavens been pleased when we had so ended, but you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A lady, sir, though it said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She's drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you'll not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court. But come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were you not even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir. On a moderate pace I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. And she adds that you put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hardy to come again on his affair unless it is to report his taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me. I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and it is her wish that it be so returned. If it is worth stooping for, there it lies, in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue. For she did speak in starts, distractedly. She loves me. Sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be as 'tis poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou wert to wickedness. How easy it is for the proper false in women's waxed hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty's the cause, not we. For such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now will last the day. What thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Time, thou must untangle this, not I. 'Tis too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes.
I know. To be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. To be up after midnight and then to go to bed is early. Therefore, to go to bed after midnight is to be up betimes. Do our lives not consist of the 4 elements?
Faith, so they say. But I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Therefore, let us eat and drink. Marian, a stoup of wine.
How now, my hearts, have you ever seen a picture of we three?
Welcome, ass. Now, let's have a catch.
By my troth, the fool has an excellent voice. I'd rather than 40 shillings I had such a leg and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. I sent thee 6 pence for thy leman. Hat's it?
I did impedigos thy gratillity. For Malvolia's nose is no whipstock. My lady has a white hand, and the myrmidons are no bottle houses.
Excellent. Why, this is the best feeling when all is done. Now, a song.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song, a love song.
I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where art thou roaming? Oh, stay in here, your true love is coming. That can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting. Journeys end in lovers meeting. Every wise man's son doth know.
Excellent, good. In faith.
Good, good. What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's the stuff will not endure.
A mellifluous voice, as I am a true knight.
A contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious, in faith.
To hear by the nose, it is dulcet and contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we do that?
And you love me? Let's do it. Let our catch be, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constrained it to call thee knave knight.
'Tis not the first time I've constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Good, in faith. Come, begin.
Hold thy peace.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
3 merry men we be. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley, lady. There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady.
Beshrew me, the lady's an admirable fooling.
She does well enough if she be disposed. And so do I, too. She does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
Oh, the 12th day of December!
For the love of God, peace.
My masters! Are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, nor manners, nor honesty in you, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house? Have you no respect for place, persons, or time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches.
Lady Tabitha, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she is not at all allied with your disorders. If you can separate yourself in your misdemeanors, you're welcome to the house. But if it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone.
Nay, good Lady Tabitha.
Her eyes do show her days are almost done.
Isn't it even so?
But I will never die!
Good lady, there you lie.
This is much credited to you.
Shall I bid him go?
And what if you do?
Shall I bid him go, and spare not?
Oh, no, 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 you dare not.
Out of tune, sir, ye'd by. Art thou any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, that there shall be no more cakes and ale? A stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you ever prize my lady's favor at more than contempt, you would never give means for this uncivil rule. She shall hear of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
'Twere as good a deed as to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him the field, and then to break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge. Or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Lady Tabitha, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the counts was today with my lady, she's much out of quiet. As for Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, possess us! Tell us something of him.
Mary, sir, sometimes he's a kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I knew that, I'd beat him like a dog.
What, for being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight?
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil a Puritan that he is, the best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein, by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady, your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He shall think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that they are from my niece, and that she is in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now would make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle and a truebred, and one that adores me. What o' that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hast need send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
Send for money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
night come, I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, night, come.
Give me some music. Now, come on, friends. Now get Cesario with that piece of song, that old antique song we heard last night. Methought I did relieve my passions much, more than light airs and recollected terms. Come, but one verse.
He's not here, so please, your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Vesta, the jester, my lord, a fool that Lady Olivia's father took much to land. He's about the house.
Seek him out and play the tune well. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For I am as all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all emotions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives the very echo to the seat where love is thrown.
Thou dost speak masterly, my life upon it. Young though thou art, thou hast found some favor that it loves. Hath not it, boy?
A little, by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee, then. What years in faith?
And about your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven! Let a woman take an elder than herself. So where is she to him? So is what she level in her husband's heart. For, boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself. For women are as roses, whose fair flower, being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so. To die, even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come, but the song we had last night, methought it did relieve my passions much. Marcus Cesario, for it is old and plain, and dallies with the innocence of love.
Are you ready, sir?
I prithee, sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath, I am slain by a fair cruel maid. My shroud of white stuck all with you, oh prepare it. My part in death, no one so true did share it. Not a flower, sweet on my black coffin there shall be strewn. Not a friend, greet my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs to save. Lead me, oh, where sad true lover never find my grave to weep there.
There's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
Paper thy pleasures, then?
Truly, sir, and pleasure must be paid at one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now may the melancholy God protect thee. I would have men of such constancy be put to sea, that their business may be everything, and their intent everywhere. For that's all that makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario. Get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantify of dirty lands, which fortune hath bestowed upon her. Tell her I hold as giddily as fortune.
And if she cannot love you,
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say there is a lady, as perhaps there is, who hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you hath for Olivia's. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be so answered?
There is no woman's sides that can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite, but mine is as hungry as all the sea. Make no compare between the love that a woman can bear me and that I owe Olivia.
But I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man, as it were, perhaps, were I woman. I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought with green, yellow melancholy, and sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was this not love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed we prove much in our vows, in little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. And yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Tell her my love holds no place. Bide no deny.
Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of the sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have that rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exalt, good woman. You know, he brought me out of favor with my lady. About our bear bathing here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again. We'll fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. It is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my medal of India?
Get ye all three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He's been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close, in the name of jesting. Lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
"'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me that she did affect me, and I have heard her come thus near, that should she fancy, it would be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me in a more exalted respect than anyone else who follows her."
You're an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace.
Slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace.
To be Count Malvolio.
Rogue.
Fie on him, Jezebel.
Oh, peace. He's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
There is an example for it. The Lady of Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Pistol him.
Peace, I say.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
calling my officers about me in my branch velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I've left Olivia sleeping.
Bolts and shackles! Oh, peace.
And then to have the humor of state, and after to call upon my kinswoman Tabitha.
Fire and brimstone! Oh, peace. Now.
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for her. I frown the while, and perchance wind my watch, or play with some rich jewel. Tabitha approaches, curtsies to me there.
For silence be drawn to the cars, yet peace.
Saying, "Cousin Tabitha, my fortunes, having cast me upon your knees, give me this prerogative of speech."
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Scab! Nay, patience, or he breaks the sinews of our plot.
And besides, you waste the treasures of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I. For many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Peace, and let the spirit of humors imitate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes her great P's. It is in contempt of question her hand. To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases. Wax, soft in the impressure of her lucre, with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. The number's altered. What follows? No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio.
Mary, hang thee, Brock!
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a lucre knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-O-A-I. Nay, but first, let me see.
What dish of poison has he served him? The swatter will cry upon for all of it, though it be as rank as a fox.
M. Malvolio! M! Why, that begins my name.
Work thou. The cur is excellent at faults.
M. But then there's no constancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
I or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, "Ow!"
And then I comes behind?
A, and then I behind you. You might be able to see the direction at your heels and the fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. Every one of those letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Cast thy humble slough, and appear fresh. Be opposite with the kinsman, surely with servants. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thee thy yellow stocking, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered? I say remember, go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers? Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight in champagne discovers not more. This is open. I'll be proud. I'll read politic authors. I'll baffle Lady Tabitha. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I do not now fool myself. My lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars I am happy. I'll be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove, my stars be praised. Here's yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.
I would not trade my part in this sport for a pension of thousands.
I could adopt this wench for this device.
I could marry her.
And you'll have no other dowry but such another jest.
None indeed.
Here comes my noble goal-catcher. Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Or am I neither?
Shall I play freedom at tri-trip and become thy bond slave?
In faith, or I either?
Thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he shall run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruit of this sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see this, follow me.
To the gate of Tartar, my most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
Save thee, friend, and thy music.
Dost thou live by thy tabor?
No, sir. I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live at my house, for I do live by the church, and my house doth stand by the church.
Oh. So thou mayst say that the king lies by the beggar, if the beggar doth dwell near him. Or thy tabor doth stand by thy church, if thy church doth stand by thy tabor.
Thou hast said, sir, how quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would, therefore, my sister had had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why? Her name's a word. And to dally with that word might make my sister wanton.
Of reason, man?
Troth, sir, I can yield you no reason without words. And words are grown so false, I am loath to prove reason with them.
But I warrant thou to marry fellow and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something. But in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, I would make you invisible.
Art thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, the Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool till she be married. I am not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does not walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and I'll pass upon me. I'll hold no more with thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Now, Jove, in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee, I am almost sick for one, though I would not have it grown upon my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
Well, I would play Lord Pandrus of Phrygia to bring a Cressida to this Troilus.
I understand you, sir. 'Tis well begged.
My lady is within, sir. I will concert to them whence you come. Who you are and what you will are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe the mood on whom he jests, the quality of the persons, and the time. This is a practice as full of labor as wise man's art. For folly that he wisely shows is fit, but wise men, folly fallen, quite taint their wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, madam.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter. If your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece. That is, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, madam, than I understand what you mean by bidding me to taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir, to enter.
Oh, I will answer you with gate and entrance, but we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
That youth's a rare courtier. Rain odors well.
My matter hath no voice, lady, save for your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Let the garden door be shut, and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name, sir?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. Your servant is the Count Orsino youth.
And he is yours, and must needs be yours. Your servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. I would his thoughts were blanks, then filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
I bade you never speak of him again. But would you undertake another suit?
Dear lady.
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me, you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful cunning, which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake? To one of your receiving, enough is shown. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
Very oft we pity our enemies.
Why then, methinks, 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. Be not afraid, good youth. I will not have you. And yet, when wit and reason is come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho. Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing to my lord by me.
Stay! I prithee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right. I am not what I am.
I would you were, as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? Wish it might, for now, I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidenhood, honor, truth, and everything, I swear I love thee so, that maugre all thy pride, nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, that no woman has, nor ever none shall be mistress of it, save I alone. So adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again tomorrow, for thou perhaps mayest move that heart which now abhors to like his love.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I cannot stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth, and not I love to see you. But jealousy might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often proves rough and unhospitable.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make, but thanks, and ever thanks, and oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. But were my worth, as is my conscience, firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I'm not weary. and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once, in a sea fight against the countless galleys, I did some service, of such note indeed, that were I taken here, shall scarce be answered.
Belike you slew a great number of his people.
The offense is not of such a bloody nature. Albeit the quality of the time and quarrel may well have given this bloody argument. We took from them, most of our city did, only myself stood out, for which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Well, do not then walk to open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here's my purse. The south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge. There shall you have me.
Why your purse?
Haply your eye shall light upon some toy you desire to purchase. And your store, I think, is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
No, Faith. I'll stay not a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You need zeal, your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Duke's serving man than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee, the wild old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her towards you.
Will you make an ass of me?
I will prove legitimate, sir, upon the oath of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth, in your sight, only to exasperate you, to wake your to mouth valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should have then accosted her with some excellent jest, far anew from the men. You should have banged the youth into dumbness. The double guilt of this opportunity let wash off, and now you are sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle off of the Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt, either by valor or policy.
And it be anyway, it must be with valor, for policy I hate.
Why then build me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor? Challenge me, the Count's youth, to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it, and assure thyself there is no love broker in all the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than reports of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou vowest him some thrice, it shall not be amiss. Go about it. Let there be gall enough in thy ink, though thou write with a goose pen. No matter. About it.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cabiculo.
This is dear mannequin of you, Lady Tabitha.
I have been dear to him, some 2,000 strong, or so.
We have a rare letter from him, but you shall not deliver it.
Never trust me then, and by all means stir on the youth to some answer. For Andrew, if he were opened, and you were to find so much blood in his liver that were to clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And his opposite, the youth, bears vintage. No great passage of cruelty.
Here comes the youngest wren of 9.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yond Malvolio is turned heathen.
For there's no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe in such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stocking.
And cross-gartered?
Most villainously. I've dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than is in the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. You've not seen such a thing as 'tis. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Come, bring us to him.
I've sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? I speak too loud. Where is Malvolio? He's sad and civil and suits well for a servant of my fortunes. Where's Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why? What's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard if he come. For sure the man is tainted in his wits.
Well, call him hither. I'm as mad as he if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ha ha ha.
Smilest thou? Send for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I can be sad. It would make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet says, please one and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come to his hand, and command shall be executed.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come with thee.
God comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so, and kiss thy hand so oft?
At your request?
How now, Malvolio?
Yes, how now, Malvolio?
How now?
At your request.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
What madness has taken hold of you?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well written.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee.
Remember who commended thee, thy yellow stockings?
Yellow stockings.
And wish to see thee cross-gartered?
Cross-gartered.
Go to, thou art made.
Am I made?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Coast is returned. I could hardly turn him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my Aunt Tabitha? Let some of my people have a special care of her. Ugh.
Oh, do you come near me now? There's no worse woman than Lady Tabitha to look to me. Wait, she sends her on purpose, that I may appear stubborn to her, for she incites me to it in the letter. And when she left just now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the fullest prospect of my hopes.
Which way is he? In the name of sanctity, if all the devils in hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him. Here he is, here he is. How isn't it with you, sir? How isn't it with you, man?
Go off, I discard you. Let me to my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you? Lady Tabitha, my lady prays you to have a care of him.
Aha, does she so?
Go to, peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. How do you, Malvolio? How is it with you? What, man, defy the devil? Consider, he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
And you speak ill of the devil, how he takes it at heart. Pray God he be not bewitched.
Carry his waters to the wise woman.
It shall be done tomorrow morning, if I live. My lady would not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord.
Prithee, hold thy peace. This is not the way. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with him.
No way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough, but will not be roughly used.
Sir!
I bid ye come with me. What, man? 'Tis not for gravity to play at cherry put to Satan. Hang him, thou collier!
Get him to say his prayers, Lady Tabitha. Get him to pray.
My prayers, Minx?
No, I warrant you, he'll not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible? Played upon a stage, I would condemn it as an improbable fiction.
His very genius has taken the infection of the device, man.
Why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that he's mad. We'll carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance till our very pastime. Tired, out of breath, prompt us have mercy on him. At which time we'll bring the device to the bar and crown thee for a finder of madmen. But see.
More matter for May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Is it? I warrant him. Do, but read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow. Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
Good and valiant.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief and exceeding to good sense.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good!
thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still keeping on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew, scout me for him at the corner of the orchard. As soon as ever thou seest him, draw, and as thou drawest, swear horrible.
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now will not I deliver this letter, for the behavior of the gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity in breeding. Therefore this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. But I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth, set upon Aguecheek, notable report of valor. This will so drive the gentleman into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Here he comes with your niece. Give him way till he leaves, then presently, after him.
I will meditate meditate the while upon some horrid message for the challenge.
Look, mark you how Our Lady blushes at the youth's words. She is struck, surely.
By his words, which hail by the Duke Orsino's sanguine lips, or by the youth himself.
If her catching breath and faltering gaze speak true, then it is the speaker, not the speech, which seizes her heart.
Hush, they have come to the end of their conference. I've said too much into a heart of stone. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears, goes on my master's griefs.
Here, take this jewel from me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not. It hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you come this way again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny? That may upon honor ask and give.
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with mine honor may I give him that which I have already given to you?
I will acquit you.
Fare you well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell. Ah!
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, madam.
What defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, madam. I am sure no man hath any quarrel with me. My remembrance is very free and clear from any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard.
I pray you, what manner of man is he?
He is a knight, dubbed with unmatched rapier, and he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3, and his incensement at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by the pangs of death and sepulchre.
I shall return again to the house and require some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest. I've heard of some kind of men who put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike, this is a man of that quirk.
Sir, no. Back you shall go, not to the house. So get you on and give him his desire, unless you undertake that with me, with which as much safety as you might answer him.
I beseech you that I may know this courteous office, that I may know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Signor Fabian, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
I pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a murder embitterment, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could find in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make peace with him if I can.
I should be much bound to you for it. I am one that'd rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my valor.
Why, man, he's a very devil. I had a bout with him, rapier, scabbard, and all. And he gives me the stuck-in with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And on the answer, he pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they step on. They say he has been fencer to the Sophie.
Pox on it. I'll not meddle with him.
Aye, but he will not now be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it. Not that he had been valiant and so cunning in fence. I see him damned dare not have let him challenge him. Let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, Gray Capellete.
I'll make the motion. Stand here and make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Marry, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I've persuaded him to use a devil.
He, if horribly, can see himself and pants and looks pale, as if a bear were I feels.
Sir, there is no remedy. He will, for oath's sake, have one bout with you. Therefore, draw thy sword. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man. Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew, there is no remedy. The gentleman will, for honor's sake, have one bout with you. But he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not harm you. Go.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword! If this young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, sir? What are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to be will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, good Lady Tabitha, hold. Here's the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
I pray you, sir, put up your sword, if you please.
Marry will I, sir, and for that I promised. I'll be as good as my word. He will bear you easily and reigns well.
This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest you at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well. Therefore, you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you. But there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do? Now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more if I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have showed me here, and, in part, being prompted by your present trouble, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Hold, here's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Do not tempt my misery, lest that may be so unsound a man as to upbraid you with the kindnesses I've done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you, by either voice nor feature. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any other taint of vice, whose strong corruption and habits are frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves.
Oh, sir, I pray you, go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half of the jaws of death, and to his image, which methought did promise was venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this, God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame, virtue's beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks overflourished by the devil.
The man grows mad. Away with him. Come, come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination. Oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be not taken for you. He named Sebastian. I, my brother, know, yet living in my glass he went, still in the same fashion, color, and ornament. For him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest paltry boy, and more of a coward than a hare. His dishonesty appears in leaving his friend here in necessity and denying him. And for his cowardship, ask Fabian.
A coward, most devout coward, religious in him.
Slid. I'll after him again and beat him.
Do cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not.
Let's see the event.
I dare lay any money, 'twill be nothing yet.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to. Thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well, held out in faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her. Nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent thy folly? Oh, he has heard that word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent thy folly. I prithee, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There is money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. Those men that give fools money get themselves a good report after 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
And there, are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, or I'll throw a dagger at your house. This I will tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for 2 pence.
Come on, sir, hold!
Nay, let him alone. I'll go another way at work with him.
Let go thy hand.
Come on, sir, thou art well-fleshed. Put up your iron.
I will be free from thee. What wouldest thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
Nay. Then I'll have an ounce or two of this mal-purged blood from you.
Hold, Tabitha! On thy life I charge thee, hold! Madam, will it ever be thus? Ungracious wretch, made for the mountains or the barbarous caves! Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rudesby, be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayest smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? or else this is a dream. If it be thus a dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, prithee, come with me.
Madam, I will.
I'll say so, and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown. Make him believe thou art Sir Topus the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Lady Tabitha the whilst.
Nay, I'll put it on. I am not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student. But, the competitors enter.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Bonus dias, Lady Tabitha. For as the old hermit of Prague, that never saw pen and ink, very wittily said to a niece of King Gorboduc, that is, is. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that but that, and is but is?
To him, Sir Topus.
What ho, I say, peace in this prison.
The knave counterfeits well, a good knave.
Sir Topus? Sir Topus.
My
Good
name
Sir
is-
Topus. Go to my lady.
Out, hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topus, never was a man thus wronged. Good Sir Topus, do not believe I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan. I say there is no darkness but ignorance. I call thee by the most modest terms, for I am one of those gentle ones that will use even the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou this house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topus.
Why, it hath windows as transparent as barricadoes, and yet thou complainest of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topus. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
I say to you, this house is as dark as ignorance, and ignorance be as dark as hell. And I say to you, never was a man thus abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness.
Sir Topus? Sir Topus!
My most exquisite Sir Topus.
Nay, I am for all waters.
Thou mightest have done this without that gown. He sees thee not.
To him in thine own voice, and bring me word of how thou findest him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. If he may be conveniently delivered, I would he were. For I am now so far in offense with my niece that I cannot approach with any safety the sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Fool?
My lady is unkind, Purdy.
Fool!
Alas, why is she so?
Fool, I say!
She loves another. Who calls?
Good fool, as ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand. Help me to pen, ink, and candle. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
Alas, sir, how fell you beside your 5 wits?
Fool, never was a man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits as thou art.
But as well. Then you are mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have propertied me here, keeping me in darkness, sending ministers to me, asses, and doing all they can to face me out of their wits.
Advise you what you say. The minister is here. Sir Topus, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavor thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble-babble.
Sir Topus?
Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who? I, sir? Not I, sir. God buy you, good Sir Topus. Marry, amen. I will, sir, I will.
Fool? Fool! Fool, I say!
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir?
Good fool, some pen, and a light. I tell thee, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well, a day that you were, sir.
By this hand I am, good fool. Now, pen, ink, paper, and light, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of a letter did.
I will help thee to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
I will help you to light, and ink, and paper.
Fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree. I prithee be gone.
I'm gone, sir, and anon, sir, I will be with you again. In a trice, like to the old vice, your need to sustain. Who with daggers laugh, and his rage and his wrath cries, aha, to the devil. Like a mad lad, pare thy nails, dad, adieu, good men, devil.
This is the heir. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant. Yet there he was, and there I found this credit, that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. This accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes. Or else the lady's mad. Yet, if it were so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs in their dispatch with such a discreet and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable, but here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me, and with this holy man into the chantry. There, under that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man, and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine, that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog, and in recompense, desire my dog again.
Belong thee to the Lady Livia, friends?
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee will. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes, and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can this be?
Truly, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass, so that by my foes I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no, though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be for the worst of me. There's gold.
That it would be double dealing, sir. I would you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Put your grace into your pocket, sir, for this once. Let your flesh and blood obey it.
Well, I'll be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo secundo tertio is a good play. For the old saying is, the third pays for all. The triplex, sir, is a good tripping measure. And may the bells of St. Bennet put you in mind. 1, 2, 3.
Thou can pull no more money out of me at this throw. If you will go get your lady and tell her I'm here to speak with her, and to bring her along back with you, it may awake thy bounty further.
I go, sir.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. Yet, when I saw it last, it was besmeared, black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bulbing vessel he was the captain of, which with such a scatheful grapple did he make the most noble bottom of our fleet.
Orsino, this is that Antonio took the Phoenix and her fraught from Candy, and this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg.
Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private brabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not 'twas, but distraction?
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness hath brought thy to thy mercies, and whom, with no so bloody and so dear, hath made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, a witchcraft drew me hither. That most ingrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seats and rage and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love, without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. Drew to defend him when he was beset. We're being apprehended. His false cunning Tom to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wink. Denied me mine own purse, which I'd recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord. And for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, the words are madness. 3 months hath this lieutenant upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, what that he may not have, in which Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
What dost thou say, Cesario?
Good, my lord. My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, is as fat and fulsome for mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel?
Still so constant, lord.
What, to perverseness? You uncivil lady, what must I do?
Even what it should please my lord, that shall become him.
Kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But this is your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly. Him I will tear of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, for my thoughts are ripe in mischief. I will kill a lamb that I do love, to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I must jocund, apt, and willing to do the rest. 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
Him I love, more than these eyes, more than my life, more, by all the mores, than ever I shall love wife.
Ah, me detested! How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father!
Come away, Cesario.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
I husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, Sirrah.
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness I fear that makes thee strangle thy preparity. Fear not, good Cesario, take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art, as great as that thou fearest. Oh, welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee, by thy reverence, here to unfold what hath newly passed, what occasion now reveals, before 'tis ripe, hath newly passed between this youth and I.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, strengthened by the holy close of lips, and attested by interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this compact, sealed in my function, by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me toward my grave, I have traveled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub, when wilt thou be when time has sowed a grizzle in thy case? Or else will thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet to where I and thou henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Hold! Do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God! A sergeant! Send one presently to Lady Tabitha.
What's the matter?
Has broke my head across, has given Lady Tabitha a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman. One, Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario.
God's lifelings! Here he is! You broke my head for nothing, and that I did. I was summoned to do it by Lady Tabitha.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
Here comes Lady Tabitha, halting. You shall hear more. But if she had not been in drink, she would have tickled you otherwise than he did.
How now, my lady? How is it with you?
It's all one. Has hurt me, and there's end on it. Sot? Did see Dick Surgeon, Sot?
Oh, she's drunk, Lady Tabitha. An hour agone. Her eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue and a passive measures paven. I hate drunken rogue.
Away with her, and let her hurt be looked to. Who hath made this conflict with thee?
I'll help you, Lady Tabitha, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An ass head and a coxcomb and a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull.
Get her to bed. Let her hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam. I've hurt your kinsman, but had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me now, and by it I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we have made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and 2 persons? A natural perspective that is and is not?
Antonio! Oh, my good Antonio, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in 2 is not more twin than these 2 creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalane. Sebastian was my father. Such as Sebastian was my brother too. So went he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should let my tears fall upon your cheek, and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a scar across his eye,
And so had mine.
and died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, That record is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act the day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing lets to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me till each circumstance of place, time, fortune, do cohere and jump, that I am Viola, which to confirm, I'll bring you to a captain in this town, where lie my maiden weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count.
So comes it, lady. You have been mistook. But nature to her bias drew in that, for you would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein deceived. You are betrothed both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed, right noble is the blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have a part in this most happy wreck. Thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou shalt never love a woman like to me.
And all these swearings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep in truest soul, as doth that orbed continent, the fire, that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand. Let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garments. He, upon some action, is now in durance at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. Call him hither. Oh, now, alas, I do remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. How does he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end, as well as a man in his case may do. Here's but a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered. Open it and read it. Then look to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam.
Art thou mad?
No, Madonna, but I do read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow Vox.
Prithee, read it in thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore, perpend, my princess, give an ear.
Read it, Maria.
By the Lord, madam, you wronged me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right or you much shame. Think of me as you please, the madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savor's not much a distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, these things further thought on, to think me as well a sister as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance, here in my house, and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, but for your service done to him, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you've called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this day forth be your master's mistress.
A sister? You are she! Oh no, Malvolio.
Is
You have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Madam, you have. I pray you peruse that letter. You cannot now deny 'tis not your hand, not your seal, not your invitation. No, you can say none of this. Why have you given me such clear lights of favor? Bid me come smiling and cross-gartered, to put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Lady Tabitha and the lighter people. And acting in this obedient hope, why you have suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, and made the most notorious gackingole that ever invention played on. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I do admit, much like the character. Nevertheless, 'tis Maria's. And now I do bethink me, 'twas she, for who first told me thou wast mad, then cam'st in, smiling. And in which forms were here presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee, be content. These things hath most shrewdly passed upon thee. But when we know both the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak. Most freely I confess myself and Lady Tabitha set up this device against Malvolio here. Upon some stubborn and uncourteous part, we can seize against him. Maria writ the letter under Lady Tabitha's great importance, in recompense whereof Sir Andrew hath married her. Sportful madness it was followed. May rather pluck on laughter than revenge. If interest be justly weighed, then on both sides have passed.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee. I was one, sir, in this interlude. One Sir Topus. But that's all one.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace, for he hath not told us to the captain yet. And when that is known, as golden time convince, a solemn combination shall be made of our souls. Meanwhile, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, for so you shall be while you are a man. In other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress, his fancy queen.
When that I wasn't a little tiny boy with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain, it raineth every day. When I came to man's estate with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, knives and thieves men shut their gate, for the rain, it raineth every day. When I came alas to I with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering I could never thrive, for the rain, it raineth every day. When I came unto my beds with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, with tossed but still I drunken heads, for the rain, it raineth every day. Great while ago the world begun with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain. That's all one, our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day.
Oh, okay. Hello? Hello? Am I, oh, I'm on. Hi, I won't take up too much of your time because I've taken up a lot of it already. Thank you all for coming. This play in this year was very, very special. This group of kids was very, very special. I don't have much to say that I haven't told them before, that I am immensely proud of them. To do a play like this, of this length, with middle schoolers, they have more than risen to the challenge, and it makes my year worthwhile. And thank you to all the people that help us, Miss Amadio, the amazing costumes. I mean, look at the costumes. And also, Miss Becca Sable, who has been an incredible assistant director, and I would not have been able to do this without her. This would have been a disaster, frankly. So.
And our executive producer, Mrs. Lindsay, wherever she is, let's give her a hand. And our director, Mr. Lindsay, let's give him. Before we say goodbye, I do want to give many thanks to many people real quickly, because I know we've been here for a long time. But the Shakespeare Festival that happened before, that was so amazing. Let's give a big thank you to Kelly Eanes, Sarah Kearns, Sidra Halver, and Ashley Hill. And John Eanes for all of their coordinating, the hours and hours that was spent to make tonight beautiful. So thank you. Also, Jessica Coleman and Courtney Stewart, our Maypole dance choreographers. Sound engineer Ned Coleman. Thank you. This is amazing. Best sound ever. Our playbill cover and set art, Ellery Watkins, 6th grader. Amazing. Our playbill designer, Mrs. Kim Watkins, fabulous. Our marketing team, Camille Davis, Shelton White, Olivia Grace Harrison, Avery Mitchell, Ellery Watkins, and Lydia Ball. Great job, ladies. Our photographers, Amber Dowhole and Patrice Williams. Our set design and crew, Drew Gerstmeyer and Catherine Hartman. Our hair and makeup, Jennifer Hine and Amy Lytle. Our costume assistants, grandmothers, Cheryl Halver and Linda Hill. And we also thank you to the Little Theater of Winston-Salem for our set, for letting us borrow some of their props. And we are so glad to have Emma Harrison here with us as our queen. You tonight look beautiful inside and out as always, and we are so glad you're back with us tonight. So let's give one more big round of applause to our amazing young men and women, our crew and our directors. What an amazing night. I'm always amazed at what these young men and women can do. And not only are you memorizing all that you are captivating us and keeping us engaged and just taking us to a whole new world. So thank you, great job. All right, now, as we wrap up tonight, if you are not planning to keep your program, there is a box at the back. We're going to have another show, our first Saturday show ever. So if you're feeling the need to recycle, you can. Also, we have some wonderful people who want to say hello to you. So about 10 minutes of that time, because then they get to go celebrate. So thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. Oh. Sorry.